In the small industrial town of Riverton, Ohio, people learned early how to mind their business. Factories had shut down years ago. Dreams faded quietly. And trust was something most people couldn't afford. Once upon a time, Ethan Cole believed in that town. He believed in honesty, in hard work, and in the idea that if you did right by people, life would eventually do right by you. He was wrong. Ethan was a structural engineer. Quiet. Respected. He had a wife, Laura, a high school art teacher with paint-stained fingers and a laugh that filled the room. They had a 6-year-old daughter, Mia, who believed her father could fix anything. Everything began to collapse. The night Ethan discovered a fatal design flaw in a luxury apartment project called Riverton Heights. The project belonged to a powerful real estate developer, Marcus Hale. The flaw wasn't small. It wasn't theoretical. If ignored, the building would eventually fail. Ethan did what he was trained to do. He reported it. 2 days later, Ethan was called into a meeting. Lawyers, executives, smiles that didn't reach their eyes. They asked him to revise the report, to soften it, to delay it, to make the problem disappear. Ethan refused. That same night, Laura drove home from a school exhibition. At an intersection, a truck ran a red light. The impact was brutal. The driver fled. The police called it an accident. Ethan knew better. The next morning, Ethan's email access was revoked. By evening, his professional license was under investigation. Within a week, he was fired, blacklisted, labelled unstable. When Ethan tried to speak publicly, documents vanished. Witnesses changed stories. Lawyers stopped returning calls. Marcus Hale stood at a press conference expressing sympathy for Ethan's loss. The case was closed. Justice never came. Ethan buried Laura beneath an oak tree she loved. Mia stopped speaking. The town whispered his name with pity, then forgot him. That's when Ethan disappeared. Officially, he moved west for personal reasons. Unofficially, he vanished, but Ethan wasn't running. He was learning financial forensics, shell companies, zoning laws, political donation trails. He followed money the way predators follow blood. He learned that Marcus Hale didn't just build apartments. He built corruption. Ethan didn't want violence. He wanted ruin. 3 years later, Marcus Hale's empire began to crack. An investor pulled out of a Denver project. A safety inspector resigned in Nevada and testified anonymously. A journalist in Chicago received encrypted files, undeniable proof of fraud. Marcus blamed bad luck. He never saw the pattern. Ethan trusted only one person, Sarah Miles, an investigative reporter who had lost her brother in a building collapse years earlier. She never asked Ethan's name. She didn't need to. 9. The collapse narrator, rising tension. The final blow came from Riverton Heights itself. A long-delayed stress test revealed severe structural compromise. The city evacuated the building overnight. Cameras rolled. Residents screamed. Lawsuits poured in. Marcus Hale stood before microphones again, sweat shining on his forehead. "I had no knowledge," he said. That's when Sarah released the files, emails, signed approvals, recorded phone calls, including one voicemail. "Handle the engineer. Accidents happen." Marcus's voice. Marcus Hale was arrested. Fraud, corruption, manslaughter, denied bail. That night, a visitor arrived. Ethan Cole. "I didn't touch you," Ethan said calmly. "I told the truth. You took my wife. You stole my daughter's voice. I just stopped protecting you from yourself." Years later, Mia laughed again. They lived quietly by the coast of Maine. Ethan taught engineering and warned his students about silence. Revenge didn't heal him, but it restored balance, and sometimes that is enough.